Hello everyone, my name's Elspeth. Welcome to the Planeswalker Pantheon. Today, we are opening up a box of Commander Masters set boosters. Let's get into this, shall we? Got my trusty knife. There we go. I'm a little worried, I won't lie to you. I love this artwork, by the way, of Gisa. Took me a moment to think of a name for some reason. Alright, so we got our archetypes. Ooh, pretty artwork there. Let's get into these set boosters. I'll put it to the side because you don't need to see the box. Next, let's go. Oh, we're already starting with a heater with Kenrith the Returned King. 4 and a white, legendary creature, human noble. It's actually from the list. I just noticed that. 5/5, pay a red to give all creatures trample and haste. +1 in green to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. 2 and a white to have target player gain 5 life. 3 and a blue to have a target player draw a card. And 4 and a black to reanimate a creature from a graveyard onto your sort of the battlefield. I mean, that's a heck of a start. I'll put list cards, say, down here-ish. Whisper in foil. We have a Ruby Medallion, so 2 mana for an artifact. Red spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. We have Commandeer, 5 and 2 blue. For an instant, you may exile 2 blue cards from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. You gain control of target non-creature spell. You may choose new targets for it. Zetalpa, Primal Dawn, 6 and 2 white for a legendary creature, Elder Dinosaur, 4/8 with Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible. And I believe the rest of these are just normal stuff, unless, again, something happens. We have Frame Break Command Tower, Frame Break Elvish Mystic, and a pretty foil plains. And our art card of Neheb. Yeah, so commons, uncommons, rares, pretty land, anything from the list, and art card, because why not? The art cards, in my opinion, get enough love. Because I personally think they're neat. Ooh, another banger from the list, Collective Voyage. Single green for a sorcery with Join Forces. Starting with you, each player may pay any amount of mana. Each player searches his or her library for X basic lands, where X is the total number of mana paid this way. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle their library. Foil Ghost of Ramirez de Prieto. Deadly Rollick, 3 and a black. For an instant, if you control a commander, you may cast a spell without paying its mana cost. Exile target creature. Star of Extinction, downshifted to rare. 5 and 2 red. Sorcery, destroy target land. Star of Extinction deals 20 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Teysa Karlov, 2 white and black, legendary creature, human advisor. 2/4. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Creature tokens you control have vigilance and lifelink. We'll skip through these. We have a Frame Break Reliquary Tower, and a normal Pretty Swamp, and Exsanguinate. Next one up. We have our token, so no list card. Foil Nadir's Nightblade. Aminatu's Augury, so 6 and 2 blue for a sorcery. Exile the top 8 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield. Until end of turn, for each non-land card type, you may cast a spell of that type from among the exiled cards without paying its mana cost. Lifeblood Hydra, X and triple green for a creature Hydra. It's a 0/0 with trample. Enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, and when the Hydra dies, you gain life and draw cards equal to its power. Ooh, Braid's Conjure Adept, 2 and 2 blue, legendary creature, human wizard. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may put an artifact, creature, or land from their hand onto the battlefield. Namada Grove Guardian, which was downshift, but we'll flip through the rest of these. Ooh, that's a cool one. We've got a Reality Shift in the Frame Break. And another Pretty Swamp. And this is the Path to Exile, which I really do like. Alright, next one up. Good to know those tokens are actually double-sided too. So we've got a token, Carrying Grub and foil. We have an extra planar lens. Why they shifted this to Mythic, I have no idea. 3 mana artifact imprint. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target land you control. Whenever a land with the same name as the exiled card is tapped for mana, its control adds 1 mana of any type of that land produced. I get the trick with Snowlands, but why did you have to print this at Mythic? We have Rankle, Master of Pranks, 2 and 2 black legendary creature, fairy rogue, 3/3 flying and haste. When it deals combat damage to a player, choose any number. Each player discards a card, each player loses a life and draws a card, and each player sacrifices a creature. And we'll flick through the rest of these. We have a Frame Break Elvish Mystic, and a Pretty Forest. Ooh, and the Yuriko profile. Next one up. Oh, treasure. Loot for Looter. Hey, we got land tax. Single white for enchantment. The beginning of your upkeep. If an opponent controls more lands than you may search your library for up to 3 basic lands. Reveal them, put into your hand, and then shuffle. Pearl Medallion. White spells you cast cost 1 less. Sung Quan, Lord of Wu, 4 and 2 blue legendary creature human soldier, 4/4 creatures you control have horsemanship. In effect, they can't be blocked. Queen Marchesa, my girl. 1 red, white, and black for a legendary creature human assassin, 3/3 with death touch and haste. When she enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent is the monarch, create a 1/1 black assassin creature token with death touch and haste. We'll flick through these. Bunch of the lands. We have a Frame Break counter spell and a pretty Rebecca Gay Island and Sunspear Shikari as our art card. Alright, let's go. Okay, no list card. Elysian Caryatid in foil. Hammer of Dazan, 4 mana for a legendary artifact. Legendary artifact equipment. When it or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+2/+0, and has indestructible, equipped for 4. Grenzo Havoc Razor, 2 red for a legendary creature, Goblin Rogue. It's a 2/2. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, choose 1. Go to target creature that player controls, or exile the top card of that player's library. Until end of turn, you may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though mana of any color to cast that spell. Ooh, Kindred Dominance in the Frame Break. 5 and 2 black for a sorcery. Choose a creature type. Destroy all creatures that aren't of the chosen type. And we'll flick through the rest of these. Gore Uncommon seems unfair. I don't know about that. Ooh, and a Frame Break Frantic Search. And a pretty Alanadana Mountain. And Shelter as our art card. Next one up. Token. Foil Bluff. Wayward Swordtooth, all the way from Ixalan. 2 and a green creature dinosaur, 5/5. It has Ascend. You may play additional lands on each of your turns. It can't attack or block unless you have the city's blessing. Got Daretti Scrap Savant, 3 and a red for a legendary planeswalker Daretti. 3 loyalty. +2 discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many. -2 sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Or -10 you get an emblem with whenever an artifact is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return that card to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. And we'll flick through the rest of these. We have a Frame Break Kodama's Reach and a Rebecca Gay Plains and Macaeus the Unhallowed in the profile artwork. Next one up. Alright, it looks like we used our luck for the list cards. Ooh, foil Frame Break Dread Return. That's real pretty. Magus of the Wheel. 2 and a red for a creature human wizard. 3/3. 1 and a red, tap and sacrifice the Magus. Each player discards their hand, then draws 7. The Wheel of Fortune at home. Hey, Micaeus the Unhallowed. 3 and triple black for a legendary creature zombie cleric. It's a 5/5. Whenever a human deals damage to you, destroy it. Other non-human creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Undying. And we'll flick through the rest of these unless there's something that catches our eye. I already see it. We have Shirei Shizo's Caretaker in the profile artwork, sorry. And Mark Pool Island and Archfiend of Despair. Next one up. Alright, Scion. Spectral Grasp. Ooh, Tooth and Nail. 5 and 2 green for a sorcery. Choose one. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand and then shuffle. Or put 2 creatures from your hand onto the battlefield, and if you pay just 2 generic extra, you can entwine and get both. We have Gulkola Gisa. 3 and 2 black legendary creature human wizard. 3/4 black tap, sacrifice another creature. Create X/2/2 black zombie creature tokens where X is the sacrificed creature's power. Actually, now that I'm sort of thinking out loud while I'm sort of on this thought train, I remember saying, Path of Ancestry in the frame break. Forest and Godo Bandit Warlord. I said this when I was doing Lord of the Rings, how I wouldn't mind if someone came to me and said, hey, I'm running the Can of Kills duo, the Gimli and Legolas. I wouldn't mind that if someone did that with Geezer and Geralf, honestly. Ooh, remember what I said about running out of luck with the list? We have Ancestral Memories from Portal. 2 and triple blue, sorcery, load the top 7 cards of your deck, put 2 of them into your hand, then put the rest into your discard pile. Wild. Foil Loyal Drake. Hellkite Charger. 4 and 2 red for a creature dragon. 5/5 with flying and haste. When it attacks, it may pay 5 and 2 red. If you do, untap all attacking creatures after this phase, and there is an additional combat phase. We have the Training Center. So when it enters the battlefield tapped, unless you have 2 or more opponents, tap it for blue or red. Hey, Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. I actually didn't really open a lot of these guys back when he was in stand, so I'm happy to get this. 10 mana, legendary creature Eldrazi, 10/10. When you cast a spell, exile 2 target permanents. Indestructible. When it attacks, defending player exiles the top 20 cards of their library. Nice. We have a Framebreak Stormkiln Artist, and a Pretty Island, and a Deep Analysis. Next one up. Got our token. We have a Slice and Dice. Regal Behemoth, 4 and 2 green, creature dinosaur, 5/5 with trample. I believe this is actually a ride from Wizard. When it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Whenever you tap a land for mana while you're the monarch, add an additional 1 mana of any color. Curtain's Call, 5 and a black for an instant, undaunted, destroy 2 target creatures. Mangara the Diplomat, I believe we've had this before. And we will keep going down. Sanguinate. Extinguishable Hope. And our frame break is a Faceless Looting. Mountain by Mark Poole, and Darksteel Mutation, but with sleek Richard Kane and Ferguson artwork. Next one up. Got a Spirit. Hey, Stitcher Giralf! He is in this set! Hey, I forgot that they should put both in. 3 and 2 blue, legendary creature, human wizard, 3/4, 2 and a blue. Each player mills 3 cards, exile up to 2 creature cards put into graveyards this way. Create an XX blue zombie creature token where X is the total power of cards exiled this way. Kindred Dominance. We've read this before because we got the cool frame break artwork. Heartless Hidetsugu. 3 and 2 red legendary creature ogre shaman, 4/3. Tap to have it deal damage to each player equal to half that player's life total, rounded down. And we will flick through the rest of these. We're coming up to our frame break, which is a generous gift. And Alana Dana artwork. Crypt Sliver is our art card there. Alright, next one. And once again from the list, we have Power Armor. 4 mana artifact, 3 and tap. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each basic land type among lands you control. Interesting for the domain deck. Meteor Golem. Champion's Helm. 3 mana for artifact equipment. Equip creature gets +2/+2. As long as it's legendary, it has hexproof, and you can equip it for 1. Wretched Confluence. 3 and 2 black. Instant. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Target player draws a card and loses a life. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. And return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath. 3 and 2 black. Legendary Planeswalker Nixilis. 3 mana. 3 loyalty. +2. Each opponent loses 1 life. You gain life equal to the life lost. -2 to create a 5/5 black demon creature token with flying. You lose 2 life. And -8, you get an emblem with 1 in a black. Sacrifice a creature. You gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath can be your commander. And we'll flick through the rest of these. And we're coming up to our frame break, which is a Soul Ring. Nice. And a Plains and Champion's Helm. Next one up. Once again from the list, Jace's Archivist. 1 and 2 blue, creature Vidalcan Wizard, 2/2, blue and tap. Each player discards her hand and draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded this way. Foil Rot Shambler. We have Spectator Seeding. It's the red-white commander land. Neheb the Eternal as a mythic, 3 and 2 red legendary creature, zombie minotaur warrior, 4/6 with a flick 3. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, add red for each 1 life your opponents have lost this turn. Ooh, we have Azusa Lost But Seeking in the really pretty profile artwork. 2 and a green legendary creature, human monk, 1/2. May play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. Wizards, where is Queen Marchesa's? I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep harping about it, because Queen Marchesa is honestly my favourite. She's my only commander deck, so I always want really nice printings. We have a Framebreak Return to Dust, a pretty Swamp, and Slimefoot profile artwork. He just looks oddly regal in that, doesn't he? Next one up. Alright. We have a foil Jet Medallion. Black spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for 2 mana. Vindictive Lich. I believe we read this, but I could be wrong. 3 and a black creature, zombie wizard, 4/1. When it dies, choose one or more. Each mode must target a different player. Target opponent sacks a creature. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Target opponent loses 5 life. Chromatic Lantern, 3 mana for an artifact. Lands you control have tapped, add 1 mana of any color. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Yannette, Cryptic Sovereign, so 2 white, blue, and black legendary creature Sphinx. It's a 3/5 with flying, vigilance, and menace. When it attacks, you reveal the top card of your library. You may cast it without paying its mana cost if it's odd. If you don't cast it, draw a card. There's our cons, and our frame break is Nadir's Nightblade and a Rebecca Gay Mountain. Renowned Weaponsmith, which is signed. I'll put that here for now. I was wondering when I was going to get a signed art card, because normally I get at least 1 or 2. From the list, this is probably the bummer of the list, Yoshin Soldier. Ooh, foil Thran Dynamo in the frame break, which is real pretty. Hey, Spellseeker, 2 and a blue creature, human wizard, 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an instant or sorcery card with mana value 2 or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Emerald Medallion. I think I've by now opened 1 of each medallion. This is the green one. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Sower of Discord, 4 and 2 black creature, demon, 6/6 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, you choose 2 players. Whenever damage is dealt to one of the chosen players, the other chosen player also loses that much life. Chainer Dementia Master, 3 and 2 black, legendary creature, human minion, 3/3. All nightmares get +1/+1, and triple black and pay 3 life. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is black and is a nightmare in addition to its other creature types. When it leaves the battlefield, exile all nightmares. All of our uncommons. Back to the commons. And we have a Framebreak Felwar Stone, Alanadana Mountain, and an Arcane Signet. Alright, next one up. Alright, Spawn, foil Sparkshot Goblin. We have the Great Henge, 7 and 2 green for a legendary artifact. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Tap to add 2 green, you gain 2 life. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. Hey, we got the Fierce Guardianship! 2 and a blue. Instant. If you control a commander, you may cast this spell without paying its mana cost. Counter target non-creature spell. Lothos the Tidemaker, 5 and triple blue, legendary creature octopus, 8/8. When it attacks, you may pay 8 mana. If you do, tap up to 8 target permanents. Those permanents don't untap during their controller's next untap steps. And we have our uncommons and our commons, and we have a Myriad Landscape as our frame break. Island and Myriad Weatherlight Duelist, not Captain. Alright, next one up. Got a Servo, Supernatural Stamina and foil. Demonic Tutor, 1 and a black for a sorcery. Search your library for a card, then put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Talrand Sky Summoner, 2 and 2 blue, legendary creature, Merfolk Wizard, 2/2. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. And we will Cabal Patriarch. We'll skip through the rest of these. We have a Commander Sphere as our frame break, and a Faithless Looting, and a Foil Mountain. Insurrection as our art card. Next one up. Alright, Burb. Ooh, Vault of Champions as our frame break, and it's also foil, which is real nice. It's the black-white land. Do I have a nice Vault of Champions? I don't think I do, actually, in my commander deck. I'm going to put that over there for later. Mind's a Glow, single blue for a sorcery. Join forces. Starting with you, each player may pay any amount of mana. Each player draws X cards, where X is the total amount of mana paid this way. Jazal Goldmane, 2 and 2 white, legendary creature, Cat Warrior, 4/4 with first strike. 3 and 2 white, attacking creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures. And we will skip through the rest of these. That's the commons. We have a Framebreak Counterspell, and a Foil Island, and Oran Fostfang, signed as well by Ron Spencer. How have I not seen that artwork? Huh. That's got to be the Framebreak artwork, because I've not seen it. Alright, next one up. Got our token. Reverse Engineer and foil. Fiery Confluence, so 2 and 2 red, sorcery, choose 3, you may choose the same mode more than once. It does 1 damage to each creature, 2 damage to each opponent, or destroys a target artifact. Hey, Rafik of the Many, 1 and a green, white, and blue legendary creature, human knight, 3/3 with Exalted. When a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. And we will skip through the rest of these. And our frame break is an All That Glitters, and a Markpool Plains, and a Sky Shroud Claim. We are getting to the bottom of the felt box, folks. Alright. Got a Burb, Deranged Assistant. Steel Shaper's Gift. Single white for a sorcery. Search your library for an equipment card. Reveal that card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. We have Freyalise, Lanoir's Fury, 3 and 2 green. Legendary Planeswalker Freyalise starts at 3 loyalty, plus 2 to create a green elf druid creature token with tap to add green. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Draw a card for each green creature you control. Freyalise can be your commander. Ooh, and I've got a frame break artwork of Arachnogenesis. 2 and a green for an instant. Create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach, where X is the number of creatures attacking you. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by non-spider creatures. And we'll flick through these. And we have Tatiova, Benthic Druid. I actually like this art, this color combination for Tatiova in the frame break profile artwork. Foil foil Aleated Downer Swamp, and Elvish Mystic as our art card. Alright, final 3 of the box. We have our token. Foil Kodama's Reach, always nice to have. Toxic Deluge, 2 and a black for a sorcery. As an additional cost of cast spell, play X life. All creatures get -X/-X until end of turn. Nahiri, the Lithomancer. Remember when we thought she was a good guy, folks? 3 and 2 white. Legendary Planeswalker Nahiri. Starts at 3 loyalty, plus 2. Create a 1/1 white core soldier creature token. May attach an equipment to it. -2 to put an equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. And then -10, create a colorless equipment named Stoneforged Blade. It has indestructible, and equipped creature gets +5/+5 and has double strike and equips for 0. Nahiri can be your commander. And we will flick through all of these. And we have a Command Tower as our frame break, and a Rebecca Gay Swamp. Decree of Pain, as well as our art card. Second last pack. We have a Clue. A foil Generous Gift. Great, I have to do that. Fix that up later. Imp's Mischief, 1 and a black instant. Change the target spell with a single target. You lose life equal to that spell's mana value. Heroic Intervention, 1 and a green for instant. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Psy Master of Thopterist, 2 and a blue legendary creature human artificer. 1/4. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter token with flying. 1 and a blue, sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw a card. And we will skip. Actually, there's only 3 uncommons there. And we have our frame breaks, which are Path of Ancestry and a Swamp and Azusa, Lost But Seeking profile artwork. Alright, a little bit of last pack magic. I don't know what I want. I mean, Jeweled Lotus would be nice, but, you know, I'm not gonna beg. Alright, we've got our Monarch token. Foil Good Boy Mowu. Torrential Gearhulk, 4 and 2 blue for an artifact creature construct of 5/6 with flash. When it enters the battlefield, you may cast target instant card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell will be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Rejuvenating Spring, so it's the green-blue land. Hey, Zakama, Primal Calamity, 6 red, green, and white. Legendary creature, Elder Dinosaur, it's a 9/9. Downshifted from Mythic, I might add. Vigilance, Trample, Reach. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, untap all lands you control. 2 and a red to have it deal 3 damage to target creature. 2 and a green to destroy target artifact or enchantment. Or 2 and a white to gain 3 life. And we will flick through the rest of these until we hit our frame break, which is a Dread Return and a Plains and Manawef Sliver. Alright, that was the last pack, I believe. Yes, it was. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe. It lets people know that I'm existing and I'm making this content mostly for my entertainment, but hopefully you're entertained by it as well. You can follow me on Facebook. Follow me at Facebook at the Planeswalker Pantheon. Links down below. Or you can find me on Twitter. Links are down below, and follow me there as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.